Hi, I'm Dustin Bell with Japan Group for International Marketing, and I'm here to present our international business plan for the mobile market of Japan. My group members, including myself, I'm Dustin Bell, Brian Kasich, and Sarah Sturge. To start things off, I'm going to talk about the product. To be simple, our product is the iPhone. Everybody knows what the iPhone is. It's a phone created by the Apple Inc. Corporation or company, what have you, that has the ability to surf the web, collect data, multitask, FaceTime chat, take HD video, all sorts of things. And basically, it's kind of buzzing in Japan right now, so we've decided to kind of hop on that train. Our plan of action is to license, and particularly with a company called SoftBank Mobile. And SoftBank Mobile is basically what US Cellular or Verizon Wireless is here. They're a cell phone provider. And why we want to license from them is because they have the confidential deal with Apple to exclusively sell the iPhone and provide plans for it, much like AT&T had here in the United States for a long time, and now Verizon's able to sell it. And our idea is there to open a retail store, which would be much like opening just like a US Cellular just down the street or here in Whitewater, but in a lucrative spot in Japan, and kind of jump on that money train that is the iPhone right now. Currently the iPhone, if you look here, holds 70% of the smartphone market in Japan, and that's what's going on here is the Pac-Man effect, and it's just really dominating, and that was our reason for going with SoftBank and choosing the iPhone.
For our pricing strategy, we're going to use a market price strategy. This is best because SoftBank is going to be licensing our retail store, so the prices are pretty much already determined for us, and we'll be using the prices that SoftBank is using for their store. As for the iPhone price, the phone itself is what you pay for originally before you sign up for a data plan, which is a little bit different from how you do it in America, where you purchase the data plan and then you get the phone for a certain discount. For the 16 gig iPhone, the price is about 46,000 yen, which in American dollars is about $560. And then over the time of the plan, you will be discounted per month based on the phone you get. So all in all, the 16 gig phone, you get enough discounts back, so it's about free. For the 32 gig phone, it's about 57,000 yen, which in American dollars is about $700. And this might seem pretty pricey, but remember, you get the discounts over the course of the 2-year plan, so it turns out to be about $140 US. They have a lot of different cell phone plans you can get, but the two major ones are the standard and the value plan. The value plan is the most common, and for good reason. You get unlimited data for your phone, and it is pretty much the cheapest price with the best discounts. The standard plan, on the other hand, is better for someone who isn't going to use the data all that much, maybe for someone who is a little bit older or someone in their early teens. So this is going to be not as good of a discount price. And a lot of people shy away from this because of the fact that you're not going to get a lot of data plans, or a lot of minutes for your data. Another plan that they have, which is kind of a newer plan, is called the White Plan, which reflects Japanese culture, because in Japanese culture, as you know, a lot of families are really close-knit and they often live either together or in close proximity to each other. So these white plans allow up to 12 people to be on the same phone, and then you get some really great discounts. As for how they do business in Japan, a hierarchy and respect for that hierarchy is very important. You always want to respect your elders, and anybody ahead of you in the company you always have to show respect for, and any disrespect can be, if you work with them, can be grounds for dismissal. Relationships are very important. As a US person doing business in Japan, you have to form close relationships with the people you're working with. This can be anything from a casual relationship to just a straight up relationship, and a lot of times you're going to be spending time with the Japanese businessmen outside of the workplace. And this builds trust, which is huge, because consumers in Japan often want to trust, well, not often, they always want to trust what they are buying, and they don't a lot of times trust American products that come into the country. So you have to build that trust, which is perfect for us working with SoftBank as a retail store, because that forms trust with us because SoftBank is an established company in Japan already. As for time, things are done later in the day in Japan. The workday doesn't start as early, and business meetings are often held afternoon. After business meetings then is often the end of the day when you can go out for dinner with the client or anything else like that. Barriers for entry for a U.S. businessman moving into Japan include trade regulations. There is a 5% tariff tax on all exports to Japan. Also, dealing with technology companies, there is superior technology in Japan. So it's very hard for a U.S. company to bring anything new to the table in Japan because they pretty much already have us beat in all those areas. Also, cultural differences are very important to understand. One thing that really stuck out in my mind is that when you're having a business meeting with someone in Japan, it's not really polite to talk to the businessman unless you are addressed before that.
Our current promos are Let's Do It and We've Done It. In this is a compiled list of customers and their requests to see how seriously their ideas are being taken. Our next promo is the earthquake relief. In this, we have helped out every orphan from the tsunami and given them free cell phones until the age of 18. Our next promo is CEO donations. In this, the CEO and founder of SoftBank has given 1,200 people enough money to live on their own for 1 year. And finally, Apple partnership with Dentsu. Dentsu is a major advertising company in Japan which will help market the iPhone. So our promo is getting the people of Japan back on their feet. This means that the people that have been hurt by Japan in the earthquake and tsunami can keep in contact with their loved ones as much as they need to. This means that they will get 1 month free of no charge, and they'll be able to contact all their family and friends. In conclusion, this is our iPhone marketing plan. Thank you and sayonara.